Hi everybody, my name is Nick Bentley and this is my facility design project. The facility that I'm proposing is named Mountaineer Extreme. It's an all-natural indoor climbing center. Mountain climbers live for the rush of being outdoors, but they're always faced with an element of surprise, and that's the natural elements of weather. That's why I feel the demand for a natural indoor climbing center will not only bring the outdoor extremes indoors, but it will allow the athletes to battle the same factors any time of the year. No one has actually ever been able to do this. This would be the first all natural indoor climbing center. In the UK, there's an indoor ice climbing center, but that's the only one that's ever been built, and that one has all natural temperatures ranging from -5 to -7 degrees Celsius, where the climbers are in a controlled setting, but they're able to test their skills with upside down hangs and everything. With saying that, Calgary is not only in need of a climbing center, but anywhere in the world could use this with the innovation that we're trying to bring to the table here. With companies such as, or organizations such as Access Fund, which is a climbing organization which fights for the climbers and protection of the environment, we'll be able to bring this forward. So with support of those fellow organizations, we'll be able to both financially support and they'll bring industry knowledge. This innovation and optimistic idea will grab the attention of many investors. Therefore, our financial and social goals will be easy to achieve. With the incorporation of eco-friendly elements in our facility design, this will open a lot of doors for our target market. We'll be able to step away from the climbing community and begin to attract more than that. So the planned purpose is to establish an environment that is meeting the needs of the climbers by generating a natural climbing environment. We're going to provide direction for the facility in which we're able to gather investors and clientele, develop a sense of community involvement, and provide innovative thinking for the future of recreation within our region. Our objectives here: to evaluate existing establishments and base our facility off of their success. To consolidate with current climbers to ensure we're meeting the needs and criteria of a natural setting. And develop an ecotourism based facility that will shine light on eco-friendly recreation in an indoor setting. So our target population is very slim. The climbing community it's a pretty small target market. With that group, it's usually around 21 to 25 years old, not married, no children, and usually about 70% male. This target population would benefit from a natural climbing facility in which it promotes the sport, but it also creates environmental awareness and safe practices. But our facility is going to do more than that. They're going to be directed at increasing the target population by involving both white collar and youth with the use of ecotourism. So the demographics of us here in Calgary, for the target market would be around 92,000 users. And then of that, you'd have to pull out the climbers. And so that's just our age range that we're going from there, from the 21 to 25. In 2010, the Outdoor Foundation found that the recreational climbing has become one of the top 5 pastime activities at 24.5%, as the indoor centers are making this sport very accessible. Therefore, the demand for this recreational activity is there. It is just the target market that's missing. We're just trying to attract the wrong people. We're trying to attract that same target group all the time. So if we were to incorporate the youth and middle-aged white-collar individuals, we would approximately increase our target market to about 600,000 people. As far as economics go in Calgary's one of Canada's most stable cities in the country with some record-setting income per capita. with the average hourly wage in August 2014 at $27 an hour and the average salary paid employee at $37 per hour. Calgary is not lacking the funds to both participate in the recreation activities and fund them as well. Calgary residents are known for their purchasing power and their ability to fluctuate the market and supply and demand chain. So that's great for us. We'll be able to push in there and start building as soon as possible. As far as trends go, the Calgary region is home to many natural recreational parks. We've got Rocky Mountains right near us. We've got tons around us, Banff, Jasper, everything south as well. In 2006, approximately 300,000 Canadians a year stated that the main reason for travel was climbing, according to a study by the Tourism Commission of Canada. So that is an impressive interest for the activity, which could greatly be increased with expansion of a large target market. The Calgary region is home to many attractions, that being tourists, and many of which are ecotourism and soft tourism. But with a natural indoor climbing center, we could bring the hard ecotourism into into an indoor setting and keep all that revenue within the city without them leaving and spending their money outwards of the city. As far as competition goes within our city, we have pretty well 3 big climbing centers that would be our competition. The first one is called the Cruise Climbing and Bouldering Center. It's one of the tallest gyms in North America. 72-foot high top rope and lead climbing routes, multi-pitch climbing, over 12,000 square feet of climbing, over 3,000 square feet of bouldering, and climbing viewing areas from 4 floors. And then we've got the Calgary Climbing Center, which has 36 ropes and 90 different routes. And they've got 2 different locations in Calgary, one in the north and one in the south. Multiple programs and training courses, an open gym, and available rental equipment, which can be a huge revenue maker. And then we've got Mount Royal and University of Calgary. They've both got climbing walls, you can call them. They're quite a bit smaller, but it's free entry for students. And that's where it raises a concern for us, is we'd have to try and break them away for that. As we all know, students can be pretty cheap, but we're going to try and take them away for that and bring them to something that they'd want to see. As far as the budget goes, we'd figure our initial capital with organizations and investors would need to be about $3.5 million at startup costs, with expenses, our big expenses being warehouse, architect, engineers, marketing expenses, and building costs. So those are our 4 big ones. Marketing is going to be huge, as well as building costs. Those will be. And then our projected income statement. So for the first year, we're going to try and get memberships. That'll be how we'll hold customers. Pretty well job security. We're going to go government grants. Tourism revenue, that'll be huge. So drop-ins and bringing bus tours there and such. And then just more daily drop-ins, with a total revenue projected for the year of $265,000. Expenses would be staff wages, operating costs and maintenance, marketing expense, utilities, equipment, and training. So our total income for the year would end up coming to $119,000. And with putting about 60% of your yearly income to pay off the investments, which would be $59,500, we'd be paying off our company in 58 years approximately. So for the pre-design, the location for this facility is going to be in Calgary here, in a place near Quarry Park, which is where all the new warehouses are being built. And so we'll have a nice big facility, probably around 10,000 square feet, or probably even bigger than that. Generally, It's near the airport, which is a perfect location for tourist traffic flow, and there's also city transit access. The landlord company of the warehouse would take care of all utilities. As well, the building maintenance is taken care of by Strata. All we have to maintain is just our own equipment. The estimated usage is projected to be, we're going to be open Tuesday to Sunday, and we're going to take Mondays off just because we feel that that's most days that people would have off. Our weekends are going to be our busy days. So memberships are going to be our key to success. So if they're not showing up, we're going to have tons of room for drop-ins, but there's going to be days where they're all going to show up. And usually they probably won't show up on weekends because those will be our busy time with tourists. For the design, the architect work for this project is going to be a pretty serious project. We're going to try and stick to as much natural lighting as we can. We're going to go glass structure on the roof to bring that natural lighting in, and that'll keep the eco-friendly theme as well. The rocks for the wall, we'll have to bring them in from somewhere else, but they're all going to have to be cut into pieces and then placed back together. And I mean, that's going to be a huge architectural job, as well as the restraining of the walls. And then we're going to go with a grass-themed turf on the ground, which is going to be soft, clearly. And but around that, between the walls and stuff like that, there's going to be space. There's going to be viewing areas. We're going to keep it really natural. We're going to have as much natural plants and stuff like that as we can do in an indoor setting. Maybe even water and stuff like that. Make it really feel like the Rockies. And so this project's looking to break ground at the end of April here and to be finished within the next 8 months. It'll be all interior work with the warehouse as the warehouse comes finished, so we don't have to build the warehouse or anything. That's already all taken care of. And as far as our marketing strategy goes, I mean, that's where we're going to really have to find our threats from our opponents, which will be pricing, which will be a huge one, and trying to take the users away from their natural place, which is the artificial walls. That's all they've ever known to go to. So it's going to be a big change for a lot of people, but we're pretty confident that a lot of people are going to be willing to make that change. And there's going to be a lot of money budgeted for this marketing scheme. So overall, this facility is going to be a state-of-the-art design that will attract people from all over the world. Not only will it be the setting an example for competing companies about environmental concerns in the climbing industry, but it will be a great way to bring the community together and develop a mission and to maintain the outdoors but still experience them. So overall, that's it, and hope you guys liked it. Thanks. Take care.